Alright, what's up RBY Pokemon Challenges fam? This is Teo coming at you with another run, and we're doing a couple special things here. We're going to run this Bellsprout on 0 DVs, minimum battles, and with no TMs, and we're going to see if it can beat the entire game on those settings. We've got some reasons to think that may be the case. We've had a lot of grass types actually do really well in this challenge, which shows just how OP grass was in a Gen 1 solo challenge, but I digress. Bellsprout is nearly a perfect solo running Pokemon, given the fact that it starts the game with growth, which boosts its special stat. That's obviously offensive and defensive in Gen 1, and it's going to have grass type moves to take advantage of that. But on top of that, it's also going to get access to Sleep Powder later in the game. It's got Wrap, it's got Acid, it's got a ton of good moves without any TMs that I think we're going to be able to beat the game with this one. But it remains to be seen. Maybe we'll hit a wall that I don't expect and suddenly this run just goes off the rails. Who knows? Now, the second reason that I'm doing this run today, as a little bit of a live stream, I want to test some things out. You may see that my overlay is very different from the previous videos. There's now a score counter down there, in addition to a timer and a little bit more detailed breakdown of what's going on in the bottom right corner. I probably have the single most difficult, most convoluted scoring system of any of the Gen 1 solo runners, and I know that for a lot of new people coming to the channel, it's probably difficult to understand what the heck is he talking about. Now we've got a score keeper there so that you can see how the optional battles, how the resets, how the TMs, how the broken TMs, how all of that affects the final score of the Pokemon as we go through this run. And I'd love to hear you guys' feedback, because this is still definitely a work in progress. I'm definitely not very good when it comes to color choice, so comment below, tell me what colors I should be using on my overlays. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into the action. No more of me talking. We got to get into this action with this Bellsprout here. And I think that we're going to probably break the game in this one. So here, let's name our rival. What do we want to name our rival? Well, I think it was Ash's Pikachu in the anime that just got slammed around by Bellsprout, if I recall correctly. So yeah, Pikachu's going down in this one. And let's go ahead and get to the potion here. I'm going to use potions to try to avoid going back to the Pokemon Center as much as possible. And we can get our first Pokemon there. There we go. Bellsprout. Now, Victory Bell and Weepin' Bell have already completed this challenge, as have Pokemon like Bulbasaur, Ivysaur. Venusaur actually needed optional battles because it didn't get moves fast enough. But Tangela beat the entire game on 0 DVs minimum battles and with no TMs. So Bellsprout may just be joining in the crowd, but it may end up being the best of the first stage Pokemon. Because, yeah. Unlike Bulbasaur, remember, finished at the bottom, or at the top of the A tier. Sorry, it was just on the cusp of getting S tier, and it wasn't quite S tier there. Alright, well, let's get into the first fight against Rival 1. Obvious play, I think, is to use a growth here, and we got wrecked. What? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, we have to take our first reset right there. Because, yeah, Sleepin' Bell. This is a 0 DVs Bellsprout, remember, so it's pretty weak, relatively speaking. And that single tackle did more than half of our health and damage, after a tail whip, mind, but that's 2 resets on Rival 1. What? What is this? Oh, 0 DVs is so bad. Okay, just use Tail Whip. No! Okay, we're getting wrecked. Oh, this is pretty bad, guys. Okay. And just a second here. I can already see an issue. My system is counting 3 optional battles in spite of the fact that I have reset 4 times here. Okay. That needs to be fixed. Just a second, guys. Just a second. That's why we're doing this. To find things just like this. So let's see. The whole point is that the battles should be getting reduced by the number of resets. And I thought I had that worked in here, but... that's my issue. I had an argument in here that was not doing what I expected it to do. So let's just correct this very quickly. In our data, we have 4 battles, but we also have 4 resets. So technically we have 0 battles and we have 4 resets at this point. Just going to fix that right there, and hopefully that's already sorted out. We're going to find out though. So 99.6 is the correct score right now. It's a 1/10 of a point per reset. Always include that down in the description if you want to check it out. Alright, so let's try this again now. And, the other thing that's wrong is that my timer's not working. Okay, we are going to start a new game because it's very early in the run, and we discovered an issue. Cool. So I'm going to just play once again as myself, Teo, I, and our rival. He's gonna get body slammed this Pikachu, or slammed this Pikachu. It's not body slam, it's slam. The 75% accurate slamming move. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our Bellsprout and get this run on properly now. And yeah, if you guys see anything like that where my, it seems like my scores aren't calculating correctly, tell me, please, in the comments section below. It should be a 1/10 of a point per reset, a 1/4 of a point per optional battle, and then it should be 1 point for a TM and 10 points for a broken TM. Broken TMs, double team, substitute, rest, toxic. Also includes moves like Bide. Everybody's like, why Bide? Because Bide can be completely broken as long as your opponent hits themselves in confusion. Bide can just be stupid. Okay, so let's try this again with Sleep and Bell, now that we've got this hopefully working properly. And we get wrecked. Okay, so that's a reset. But that's the first thing that we can kind of see here, is that this is not an easy fight, and it's a 3-hit KO even after setting up growth. So it's not like we were getting in through any faster than that. But we do beat Rival 1 in this one with only 1 reset, but we've seen that it can take quite a few resets, so we've, yeah, kind of gotten an advantage there, but that's fine. Now it's time to move on in the game, where next up we should be running into Viridian Forest and Brocky Boy without any need for optional battles. They're just taking optional battles in this run would be kind of dumb, because we have growth and we have Vine Whip. And so, yeah, there's going to be a Caterpie, but we can just use growth and then Vine Whip it down. And against Brock, I think Vine Whip is just going to wreck him. Unless we get like really bad luck and get stuck in Bind, maybe? If he goes hard on Bind, we might lose to Brock one time. But I'm pretty confident here. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and just pick up a potion and move on to Viridian Forest. And it's just worth noting that I've been working on my overlay quite a bit. I just program everything myself, and I am not a programmer, so there's probably things that if someone else were to do them, they would have been done in like, 10-15 minutes, but because I'm doing it, and I'm a noob, it took quite a bit longer to get it right, is what it is. But yeah, so if you notice any programming errors, I would love feedback, especially if anybody in the community is a programmer. I'm doing this in Vue.js, so yeah, hit me up. Anyway, time to take on this bug catcher here, where I think just a couple of growths, and then we can see Vine Whip is basically doing nothing here, and we get wrecked by the bug catcher. So we're in the same boat as Alakazam, yeah! Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna set up more Vine Whips. And stop tackling. Just use string shot. Come on. Come on, Caterpie. String shot me to death. You know you want to. We're getting destroyed by this Caterpie. Oh god. There's still no need to panic. No need to panic whatsoever. We've set up all the growths this time. It's like a 3-hit KO without the crit. Come on! The crit! No! Oh, he gets me. I'm getting wrecked by this Caterpie. Growth was supposed to be broken in Gen 1. But not when you're up against the Caterpie. Caterpie is a legendary Pokemon at this point. Look at that. Ah, he just goes tackle every time. It's 50%. He's just completely random, so he's either going to use tackle or he's going to use string shot half of the time. And we just need a run where he lets us set up, or like that, that's fine. We're already slower, so who cares about the string shots? And he misses tackle. Yes, there we go. Finally, we get through, but we're on 8 resets at this point. Oh, this is bad, guys. We don't learn rap until level 13. Oh, and hey, what's up, Scott's Thoughts, D1D? How you guys doing? Oh, dude, Bruno. Long time no see, Bruno dos Santos. How are you doing, my friend? And, of course, Import Australia, it's good to see you again. Thanks for popping over and joining. And, yeah, would definitely appreciate any feedback on the improvements to the overlay here. So, yeah, the first thing is the bug catcher. Of course, the bug catcher is legendary every time, guys. So, it's time for Brocky Boy, and this one should not be too hard. I'm pretty sure that we're just gonna wreck both of his Pokemon with one hit, maybe? Should I even set up a growth? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it's even worth it to set up a growth. But let's find out. So, here, that's a one-hitter. And one-hitter, yeah. There's no need to use growth here. Heck yeah, dude. Got your own voiceovers to do. That's awesome, D1D. Are you still doing some of those Sanqui runs over there? Yeah, I'm working on the overlay, so I'm just trying to make it look as good as I can, but I'm not graphically inclined at all, so if you have any recommendations, ideas, please tell me. So here, it's time for the second bug catcher of the game, who's also clearly going to be hard for this one, because type resistances. So we're definitely going Vine Whip here, and it's this Weedle that's really kind of bad, because it's 4 times resistant. And, yeah. We just got wrecked. I'm gonna reset right there. So, next level, 169. Nice. Amen, buddy. That's what we need. So, yeah, these fights are obviously not hard in any sort of way. It's just about, you know, how many times do they use string shot and how much, you know, HP do we get through with after we do all our setup. But here we level up to level 12, and we will soon get to level 13 where we can get access to Wrap, which will make some of these fights much better. Dude, Hitmontop. Heck yeah, that is awesome, dude. Then, okay. Yeah, you're very early. So thanks for joining, Emperor George. Alright, let's get to this youngster here. He's always a bit of a challenge. I want to take out this Rattata as quick as possible. Did you see how much damage that did? And then we don't outspeed Ekans, so we're going to get wrecked here as well. Okay, so... yeah, this is always the hardest part of the game for some of these unevolved Pokemon. Yeah, it's just, especially grass, but even Pokemon that know, like, Bubble in this section of the game are just terrible when Like, Poliwag's going to be kind of the same. It's going to be a late game monster, and it's going to be an early game just nightmare to get through Viridian Forest. Or, what am I saying? Viridian Forest. To get through Mount Moon. Okay, so we finally get through the youngster, but we're going to have to go heal up anyway because we're out of PP. The PP problems are real, guys. What's up, Philip Murphy? Good to see you, man. All right, let's get into this last here. And we do not outspeed Nidoran male, so we're in more trouble. Okay, I think the strategy is just to take down that Rattata as quickly as possible, and then to kind of pray for like a leer from that Nidoran. I think that's the only way we're getting through. But it's okay. We're just going to get all the resets here in the early game. Oh, it's a speed tie. Okay. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. So we got through that trainer. That could have been worse. We still have to deal with the not the scientist, the Super Nerd and Team Rocket and Mount Moon, which are not going to be fun. Yeah. They've changed a lot of the movesets in later games so that they'll be a little bit more balanced, because Bubble is not great to start off the game for sure. Alright, so let's get into this bug catcher. This one should not be a problem. We're just going to wrap these ones down. We finally outspeed something, but this might be foreshadowing for later in the run, because there are spots where Wrap might have been the play with, for example, Weepinbell, but we're not going to be fast enough to use Wrap in every spot, I don't think. Like, I don't think we're going to outspeed everything on Rival 5's team without the badge boost in Special. Yeah, that's not going to be good. And this is an attempt with 0 DVs, minimum battles, and no TMs, so I'm not going to pick up any items in here with the exception of the rare candy and the escape rope, just in case I need to run out after I fight the Super Nerd. So, yeah, we're just going to have to see. 50 resets before Mount Moon, possibly. Let's find out. So here we go. Time for the Super Nerd, where I think we need to growth first. And the reason I'm going for growth is because it's also a badge boost in attack at this point, which means that we should have an easier time getting through here. And we just lost all our badge boosts to RIP. But that's okay, we outspeed coughing, so we just need to not miss. Don't miss. Come on. Okay, there we go. The moment you tell your Pokemon not to miss. I mean, we've all been there. So it's time for Jesse and James. This shouldn't be... I shouldn't say anything. I don't know if this is going to be hard or not. We're outsped by Ekans, and it's using Wrap. And while this is a pretty epic Wrap battle, we just lost. So... we get wrecked again. We get out-wrapped by the Ekans. So I think we just have to try to pray that we can land the wraps to get through this one. And here we need Growl. We need Growl from the mouth. Yeah. Definitely. I'm not sure if I'm able to raise the bit rate, Scott. I'm on a wireless connection, so it might just not be that great. I am recording this at the same time too, though, which could also be affecting things. So I'll have a look into that. Okay, come on. We just need... are we gonna have to rare candy here? I think pray. Amen. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just a matter of... we need Growl, and from the Meowth. And I think we might be able to outspeed on the coughing. Meowth is trouble, but we should be able to knock him out with a couple of wraps. So it really just comes down to getting the growl. And not getting wrap, like, infinitely from this Ekans. We would really like Leer or, of course, Poison Sting. And to not miss our wrap, of course. And, yeah. Ekans, he's trying to be from the streets, guys. He's a rapper. In case you didn't know. Okay, we get through on full health. The Ekans. And we just needed a growl there. If we had gotten a growl, we would have gotten through on that one, I think. It's not guaranteed, obviously. We still had to take down the coughing, but... Okay, we get through Ekans again there. And Bite is so strong. Yeah, no HP ups, Scott. That's true in all my runs. No vitamins. It's kind of like Pokemon masochism over here. You know what I'm saying? But rare candy might be incoming soon. But I'm not sure. I think I can get this if I just get... Because I may need that rare candy later. Is what I'm actually worried about. You know, when you're on minimum battles, those late game rare candies can be pretty darn important, as you know. If I could set up some growths before the Meowth, that would be amazing, but I don't think I can afford the turns here on this Ekans unless he's really going to cooperate. Like, if he just goes like that, okay. That was good. There's a growl. There's another growl. There's a scratch. Now, we do outspeed coughing, but we need the wraps to hit. And we get wrecked. God. Oh, God. Oh, man. We had it. We were so close. But it's coming in, clearly. So there's a growl. There's a scratch. There's a growl. Perfect. And now we just need to wrap this one down. And we have more HP this time, so I actually think we're getting through this time. Maybe. I shouldn't speak too soon, but I'm going to Vine Whip because it's 100% accurate. There we go. So we have gotten through Jesse and James. Oh, man. 28 resets in the early game, but hey, we get it. We get it. We get it. Yeah, people are just catching up to where I almost won. No! I know. It's my feelings exactly. Okay, so here we are. We are in Cerulean City, and we have to decide what to do. I think I'm going to go to Misty's gym first. For a very important reason. Misty has smart AI. She will not use water moves on us, which means she's only using tackle, and then she's going to use harden and maybe use some X defense. Yeah, let's just see. So, yeah, seriously. If Bite were dark type in Gen 1, it would be amazing. Eevee could actually probably beat the game without TMs. Maybe. Okay, so here, let's take on this junior trainer, where we just need to land a couple Vine Whips. And now we can learn Sleep Powder, which I'm going to learn over Poison Powder. We don't need Poison Powder. In these 0 DVs minimum battles, no TMs solo runs, most of the opponents that you have to fight are actually Poison type, which means that Poison Powder is basically worthless in these runs. There are obviously situations where you'd like Poison, especially with Wrap. It can be really, really strong, but not in these runs. It's just a wasted move. Yeah. So let's get into the Misty fight, guys. I think Misty's going down. I don't think we need any more levels. I think we're going to destroy her. I think we're going to put her Pokemon to sleep and then just Vine Whip them down. I think that's the easiest strategy. Starmie may just hand us the win by just going Harden as well. We're not going to outspeed anything, obviously. But we take down Staryu. And I did not mean to use Wrap. That was a misclick. Rip. But, here, Vine Whip. I don't even think we need to set up Growth. Nope. She goes down just like that, guys. Just like that. Easy, easy, easy. We got 2 gym badges. Only 28 resets for an unevolved Pokemon. It's not too bad. And now we can take on Rival 2. I put him off until after Misty because of this Spearow right here. This is the Pokemon that I don't really want to deal with. And I'm going to set up Growth here while it's asleep. And it basically comes down to the fact that I want to sweep as much as possible after this Spearow. So we take that one down. Good. Take that one down. No quick attack. Hyper Fang. Hyper Fang got me. Oh, man. So we just need to take advantage of the fact that Rival 2 does not have Smart AI. It's not until Rival 3 that he's smart. So he's just going to attack randomly with this Spearow. We've gotten all our setup off, which means he's going to wake up this turn. Can time him out perfectly. There we go. And now Rattata, Hyper Fang flinched. Are you kidding? And it's not a one-shot on the Eevee. No. No, I was sure it was going to be a one-shot on Eevee. No. Oh, guys. Well, welcome to a Pokemon horror show where we just sit here and get completely wrecked by Rival 2. We just get wrecked by the entire early game, but... Okay. And we get wrecked again. But this is okay. I'm sure that we have this. I'm sure. Just stick with me, guys. We got this. No problems. And hey, what's up, Canaris? Long time no see, buddy. Okay, there we go. Now it's a 2-hit there. Should be a 1-hitter on the sand attacking Shrew. We can take down that one. And now Eevee. I'm not even playing games with Eevee anymore. I'm putting it to sleep. And there we go. We have gotten through Rival 2. And this next part of the game actually, I think, is where it's actually going to get a lot easier for this Pokemon, because at this point, we're starting to over-level everything. We're going to be kind of over-leveled until we get to Rival 5. And that's the other point where suddenly everything out-levels us. Excuse me, again. But it means that we should just kind of be able to take things out at this point. We're not going to learn Stun Spore. It's not really a useful move for us. And there we go. We can avoid evolving. So now let's just kind of hang out and relax, guys, as we destroy Pokemon, because now we're just massively overleveled compared to everything. I'm not sure that Bellsprout's going to need any extra trainer battles in this one. I think that it's going to come down a lot more to... You know, there are going to be a few luck-based spots for sure, where I think, you know, we're going to have to badge boost our speed, especially later in the game. If I was using TMs, the first TM that I would learn would definitely be Swords Dance, because it just enables us to double up on our badge boosts, and there are a lot of spots in the late game. We saw back in the Victory Bell run where, like Agatha, the best strategy is really to go Acid with Swords Dance, as long as you can put her to sleep. So we can get to Mankey Boy already. We do not outspeed though, so just gonna get that one in a nice 2-hit range, take it down, perfect. Yeah, I mean, if I was definitely going for like minimal resets, we would need to gain a lot more levels in the early game with this one. If the whole point for me is that I count resets as less than taking optional battles, because I'd rather finish the game on minimum battles. Just, that's kind of where this whole channel started, right? Was, you know, for me, longtime viewers know the Brock Minimum Battles series, where we ran every single Pokemon on minimum battles, Brock and Misty, before I moved into solo running instead. And for me, it's just really interesting to see like how many Pokemon can actually beat the game without needing any optional battles. Yeah, Dugtrio's gonna be scary, but the Nidos are completely broken because Giovanni's Nidos will never use an attacking move on a grass poison type Pokemon. In spite of the fact that Earthquake would be neutrally effective. It's just the way that the checks go. It checks and sees that, oh, grass resists my Earthquake, so I'm not going to use Earthquake against this one. So the Nidos are free. So basically if we get through Dugtrio and Persian, we win 100% of the time on Giovanni in his final gym with these grass poison type Pokemon. It's incredibly broken. Okay, and let's just see, do I have enough PP here? Oh, and I didn't get Charmander. Rip, rip, rip. No, we have to backtrack for our little Charmander. Thought I got him. No wonder I didn't have any shifts in battle there. Okay. Yeah, it does learn Razor Leaf later on. That's another question. Do I stick with Vine Whip or do I learn Razor Leaf? Because Razor Leaf, yeah, it's immediately stronger, but Vine Whip with growth will be stronger if we can do the setup. Okay, so here we are on Oddish, and we just need to wrap these Pokemon down. Pretty easy. And perfect. We've completed the run up to the Cape. Yeah, probably faster in some spots, but again, these aren't truly speed runs. I'm not speed optimizing here. Speed optimized, we definitely take some optional battles to avoid these resets. Alright, let's get into the Innocent Bystander. And I'm going to put this Machop to sleep, and I'm actually going to set up growth here, because the Drowsy could be kind of tough. Here, we'll just take that one down now. If we missed and we got some confusion, there's always a chance that we could get wrecked there, so better safe than sorry, I think. Don't know. I don't calculate any of these damage ranges out in advance, so I'm not sure how scared we would need to be of confusion, but you know. So we are going to move on to Vermilion City, where I think we got Pidgey Girl. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we outspeed. Perfect. Except for Quick Attack. Quick Attack is the issue. Not optimize? Well, you know, it's kind of the same here. Nothing I do is optimized, either D1D, but, you know, sometimes you think you've got the right strategy. Sometimes you've actually sat there and thought about the strategy, and then it just doesn't work. Or it takes a lot more resets, or, you know, RNG is RNG. Like, that's part of what makes the game fun, I think, but, you know, some people do not like the RNG gods. Here, we've learned to accept them. We give offerings to them on pretty much a daily basis. Just, RNGesus, please smile down on me today. And he usually does in the middle game, and then it's like when I get to the champion or I get to Lance, my RNG luck just completely dies. So here I'm definitely going to heal up because Rival 3 has Smart AI, which means that this Spearow is just going to use Peck over and over and over again. And yeah, we don't outspeed, so we definitely need to heal. And now we need to spam the growth. Growth is also for badge boosts. I am trying to keep this one asleep. That's why I changed back to using sleep powder there. But we take it down. Perfect. We survive a Hyper Fang. One shot there on Sandshrew. And Eevee sand attacks me. But I got it. I got it. Okay, so there we go. We have gotten through this little section of the game. No need to do anything else. Yeah, this is a live stream. What's up, Richard? Thanks for joining, man. Definitely, Scott. I have tested some of these for more time than I'd like to admit, and just run into walls that I never expected. And yeah, I think I'm trying to remember if it was like a Mewtwo run that I was doing. It's one that I know that I never published to the channel, but I was doing a Mewtwo run, and I had just some sort of bad range on Brock that ended up in me losing somehow. I'm trying to remember what I did. And it was like, Mewtwo can't lose to Brock. No, something's wrong here. So let's get into Lieutenant Surge's gym. And I do not have the auto solve on, but that's okay. We'll get through this. Together, guys. Together. We're poking around trash cans together. I'm going to bet that it's right here. Nope. Oh, there it is. And that was not the second one. Sorry, save states just for routing in here, guys. Sometimes it's right there. No. Okay, got the second lock. I should just use the auto solve, but I don't. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so you can do the Pokédoll skip, Bruno, but I don't. And the reason I don't do that is because I consider that to be like a... You know, that's the kind of like skip glitch that I'm definitely against. I'm all for badge boost glitch, but skip glitches no, because otherwise we should just do like the 8th floor glitch in Pokemon Red and Blue, and there's an equivalent in Pokemon Yellow that I forget the name of the item in that one. But we could just beat the game in literally like a minute if we just want to do skip glitches. Then there would be no content. Every Pokemon. We finished in 1 minute with 0 resets and 0 battles. It's a score of 100. The end. So yeah, I don't even use the Pokédoll glitch. But I think Van Man uses the Pokédoll glitch, which, you know, for speed optimization, definitely the play. Yeah, so new overlay, and I would love your feedback on it, Richard. Everybody. I'm not graphically inclined, so if you have any feedback of, hey, you should change this around, maybe do these colors, maybe move this up, move this down, make this bigger, make this smaller, I want to hear it, guys. So let's get into Lieutenant Surge while we're at it. And Lieutenant Surge in the anime was like a savage. He was like beating up everybody's little Pokemon, like little kids' Rattatas and whatnot. I mean, just the savagery against Ash's Pikachu. But he's also kind of dumb, but we're also kind of dumb because I didn't heal. So we're going to put this Raichu to sleep and get wrecked because I didn't heal. That's okay. That's why I have a full restore. So let's go ahead and try this properly, where we put him to sleep. Couple of Vine Whips doubles our special stat. And we still get wrecked there. I should have tried to put him back to sleep, clearly. Well, yeah, I mean, a Pokédoll might be able to beat Bruno. Who knows? Okay, we definitely need to keep Raichu to sleep. We need not, like, 1-2 turn sleeps. And look at the Mega Kick. Critical hit, just one shot there. Now, you might be saying, why take this fight? And it is a pretty good question. I don't actually have to fight Lieutenant Surge here. Mostly for badge boosts. I just want the badge boost in defense. I do think that it will mean something at certain times in the run. And the paralysis this time. Okay, now I'm just gonna go hard. I'm just gonna try to knock him out. And we're paralyzed every single turn. But you just gotta understand, Lieutenant Surge is always beatable with enough attempts. He is the one gym leader in Pokemon Yellow that I'm absolutely confident that every single Pokemon could beat on minimum battles. Like, just a matter of how bad is he gonna be this time. And if we weren't fully paralyzed that last turn, we would have won. Oh god. Okay, we got this. We got this. We got this. We don't have this. It's okay. A few resets, that's par for the course in these 0 DVs, minimum battles, no TMs runs. This is just the first attempt, guys. This isn't optimized in any way, shape, or form. And, like, look how many turns we missed Sleep Powder and we finally got through him, because he's always just gonna be random, guys. He's just gonna spam Growl like a doofus sometimes, so... Yeah, so there... As far as I know, Marowak is the only Pokédoll skip, but you can skip the entire Rocket Game Corner that way. And yeah, guys, it's time to say goodbye to Rap. We're not going to rap anymore. We're going to instead drop acid from here on out. But yeah. So we can just listen to this old man go on about Rapidash. There we go. Guys, don't let me forget to get the bicycle, okay? I always forget the bicycle. Yeah, so basically the Pokédoll is technically working as expected when you skip the Ghost Marowak, because it does allow you to open your commands and actually use a command in the fight, and the Pokédoll just allows you to escape from battle, right? So that's the reason why speedrunners use it, is because it's technically working as expected, but I don't think the developers actually intended for you to be able to Pokédoll on the Ghost Marowak, which is why I don't use that as part of my minimum battles routing. Okay, so here this Oddish should be no problem. The wrapping last should actually be pretty easy. The reason I'm setting up all these growths is for badge boosts and attack, so that I can hopefully just wreck her team from here. Look at that one shot. Look at that one shot. See, Acid, super strong. It's great. Acid is just the most amazing thing ever, guys. Clearly. Here, more Acid. Oh, I needed more than just one badge boost there, but that's okay. Yeah, that was one of the big things, Richard, that I was working on, and it took me quite a while to get it working, and I'm still checking to see if there's any quirks. This is my first full run with it. I've done some testing, of course, but people not being able to see the score, I think, was a big issue, because I'm sitting here talking about the score, and everybody's like, what score? What are you talking about? It makes no sense. Like, if I had planned better in advance, I would have done this at the beginning before I even made this overlay. Yeah, it goes back to the summer when we did the Bellsprout race. Double team versus sleep plus growth, and sleep plus growth does win. So sleep and Bell is better than going double team technically, and we get wrecked by this Pokemaniac. That was bad, and it just came down to sleep powder not hitting because it's a 3-hitter right there. I mean, we would win every time. I guess I shouldn't have been going for sleep powder there, but okay. Lesson learned. Acid is always useful, man. Come on. Who doesn't like some acid? Oh, God. I'm gonna, like, have protesters in my chat now. People are like, he's promoting things. Just saying. It's a good move. Was it intended in Pokemon Yellow? I have never seen that. So if the Pokédoll glitch was reported by Game Freak to be intended, then power to him, I guess. But still, I consider it a glitch. And like I said, if we wanted to, we could just skip the entire game by glitching the game. So that's my opinion on it, at least. So here, the Rock Tunnel Hiker is a chump. Chump, I say. And, yeah, we're out of PP on our Vine Whip, but I don't think that matters. I think we get through this section without Vine Whip. We're fine. We're fine. Who needs healing? Okay, I'm just going to use Acid on Meowth. Here we can put this Oddish to sleep. Going to set up a few growths just to get more badge boosts, guys. More badge boosts. And Whirlwind does nothing. There we go. So, we are through the Rock Tunnel. Notice that we're getting fewer resets in this section of the game. Skipping the entire game would be the ultimate minimum XP run for sure, but it would also be not a very interesting run, I think. Because then, like I said, every Pokemon would actually be the same. We would have broken the meta, guys. The Gen 1 solo running meta. I don't know. It might be funny to do it with the Magikarp sometime, though. So here we're going to take on Rival 4. And I'm taking on Rival 4 for one very specific reason. Yes, he has Smart AI, but this Fearo's only flying type move is Mirror Move. So he's just going to do whatever we do. Which means I can just sit here and spam all my growths. And because I'm not going to use Vine Whip on him, this is fine. And now we just put him to sleep and then start dropping acid on him. And there we go. Vine Whip right here should do the job. Vine Whip, another Vine Whip, and how about more Vine Whip while we're good? Yeah. Easy, easy win. And this is one thing to keep in mind, that the rivals, basically after Rival 3, are actually pretty easy for these grass poison type Pokemon. Because you can just exploit the Fearow, and then after that he's going to have Sandslash. And guess what Sandslash is going to do in every single fight from here on out? It's only going to use Poison Sting. That is the beauty of Gen 1 Smart AI at work. Just, it will find a way to just do the worst possible thing. But we're going to get wrecked by a Clefairy? What? What? Oh my god, we got wrecked by a Clefairy. Oh my god, Clefairy girl. Savage. Okay, we got this. We got this. Now Vine Whip should be pretty well destroying these. There we go. There we go. That's, the universe is back in order. But see, it's things like that that make these solo runs, I think, so interesting. That we should beat Clefairy Girl there pretty much 100% of the time. But every now and then, you get a Sleep Powder miss, and then she puts you to sleep with Sing, and then you just can't land anything, you know. Gen 1, the only version where you can actually be 99.9% to beat your opponents, but not 100%. Yeah, so the Rock Tunnel Hiker is actually the midpoint in a minimum battles run. That's why he's important to me, because he is battle number 33 out of 65. So once you have beaten him, you have less than half the battles to go in the run. Clearly, Clefairy Girl has the smarter AI. I mean, did you see her using Sing? And we know how broken Sleep is in Gen 1, guys. Oops, I'm trying to cut the wrong tree. Rip. This is what happens when you're blind trying to play Pokemon, guys. Like, you know, Pokemon not for the visually impaired. So here we go. Let's get our flying Pokemon. As I always do here, always include the disclaimer for new people. These are not speed runs, and therefore I typically do not play with wild Pokemon. I'm only adding wild Pokemon back in right here so that I can get a flying type. It's the only wild encounter that we actually need to beat the game. You know, if we were actually like posting these up as speed runs, then this would obviously be terrible. Like, because part of the speed of getting through the game is the wild encounters and how you deal with them. But here, we're focused just on the minimum battles, guys, not on the wilds. We don't care about the wild Pokemon. Clearly. No, Bellsprout has lost to many things worse than Clefairy Girl, clearly. Sprout being more important these days. Oh man. Okay, so we've got our flightless bird. It's time to start flying around, guys. And we need to... Did I buy fresh water? Yes, I did. Okay, good. We're going to open up Saffron just so that we have it set. And that's pretty much most of our housekeeping for this section of the game. And then we can kind of move on and hopefully not spend too much time wasting time with things like putting these items into the PC because the bags aren't big enough in Gen 1. Okay, there we go. Let's get to the Rocket Game Corner first. I think this is the best play because we are going to want to get more levels before Erika. Erika's actually going to be hard. So I defeat the wild Marowak because you cannot progress without defeating it. Unless you're going to go Pokédoll Glitch, which no. So you technically are supposed to knock that one out. Whereas the Snorlax, you can run away and progress in the game. That's why I always knock out Ghost Marowak, but not Snorlax. It all goes back to J-Rose when he did his original minimum battles runs in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. That's basically the routing that I use when I say minimum battles. And I think that keeps the meaning of what I'm saying consistent, because if I were saying minimum battles but then doing something very different than what has been established as minimum battles, then people might be like, we need to call this something else. But if we were going for truly minimum XP runs, then yeah, we should not knock out the Ghost Marowak, we should Pokédoll it. There is a Bruno in the chat. Yes. But he's more like Bruno in the anime, just like focusing his ki and like taming this giant Onyx. Bruno dos Santos, as opposed to the Bruno in Pokemon Yellow who just melts to a level 5 Pokemon, as we have seen. Alright, so let's get in here. I'm basically just saying Bruno dos Santos here in the chat is what Bruno in the games was supposed to be. No, there are fewer mandatory battles in Pokemon Yellow than Red and Blue. And it's because there are 2 battles to fight before you take on Giovanni in the Rocket Game Corner. And then there are 3 Rockets at the top of the Pokemon Tower. So I believe it's slightly more experience to get through Pokemon Red and Blue on minimum battles. Okay, so we take that one down. Cool. Zubat. We have to go Acid because Zubat's 4 times resistant to Vine Whip. Alright, so we can make our way to Jesse and James now, which shouldn't be too bad. I think it's going to be a reasonable fight. And if we can just route through this little maze here. Perfect. And yeah, let's take on Jesse and James, guys. We out-level them, so we should be just fine here. Like, their Coffin goes to sleep. Just start setting up. Excuse me. And now we can just Vine Whip this one down. Meowth should just be a Vine Whip. And Ekans paralyzes us. Ripperino. But 2 Acids does the job. So now we got to dig out because we are not going to take on Giovanni paralyzed. That would be stupid. That would be the point where you would have to seriously question whether or not if I even knew how to play this game at that point. Though I'm pretty notorious for not healing and saving before battles and then losing half my progress. Alright, so Giovanni time, guys. Giovanni 1 should be very easy, because Onyx and, oh, sorry, that's supposed to be when it's the gym leader. Sorry, I need to fix that, but that's not going to get fixed right now, otherwise it will reset everything. So, yeah, Giovanni, in the anime, if you'll recall, he was controlling Mewtwo. They kind of just left that out of this game. Decided it would be too hard for little kids to have to fight Mewtwo. But here we can see Vine Whip just completely wrecks this team. There we go, guys. So now that we've gotten through that section, I'm going to go ahead and take on Lavender Tower next. Not going to go to Erika just yet, because I'm still pretty sure that we aren't fast enough to outspeed everything on our team, and she can be kind of hard. So instead, let's take on this channeler that's definitely going to outspeed us and hope that we can put this Ghastly to sleep. Nope. Nightshade. And Confusion is pretty terrible too. Yeah, Richard, see you in a little bit, man. We'll see how Koga goes. Definitely, and Blaine. Okay, the top 10 Smogon Gen 8 random battle. Really? No, come on, Bruno. You're so much better than Bruno. Clearly, Bruno can beat Bruno. I'm just saying. I have the belief that Bruno can beat Bruno. But we cannot beat this channeler without better sleep luck, that's for sure. And the first channeler is the hardest one because of the fact that it has 2 Pokemon. The channelers that we have to fight after this only have 1 Ghastly each, so they're significantly easier. Okay. And we wreck ourselves by hitting ourselves in Confusion. Come on. We're just getting destroyed in this one, but I swear to God, guys, once we get through it, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Oops. And come on, let's not hit ourselves in confusion and put it back to sleep. There we go. Oops, and I didn't mean to use... Ah, come on. The misclick. No. Yeah, we go down. Okay, put that one to sleep. See if we can get the growths. Seriously, Agatha Jr. And anytime that you have a Pokemon that can only use Bite against Ghosts at this point, oh, this is just such a terrible spot. It's seriously like my least favorite battle in the entire minimum battles run. Because you just feel like you should be able to win. And then you end up like this. And this one just entirely comes down to sleep luck, and now, I mean, we're kind of hoping for, like, not Nightshade. We were hoping for Lick. Oh, man. Oh, and not Vine Whip. Come on. Definitely don't want to use Vine Whip here. Though technically Vine Whip might be the better play. Let's just find out. It's pretty even. Like, the whole issue here against these Ghastlies is the fact that they have really good special. So, no matter what you do, like, Vine Whip's resisted once, and Acid's resisted twice. You know, so which are you going to do? But they have worse defense than they have special, so it all kind of balances out. Sure, it's very close how much damage the two moves are doing. Alright, so now that we've finally gotten through that first channeler, now we can come up here and try to take down this second channeler. Where now this is a 3-hitter with, oh, 2-hitter because of that. Now we could learn Razor Leaf, but I think that we don't. And the reason I think we don't learn Razor Leaf is because Vine Whip with growth is going to be better in a lot of situations, and we're not going to get Swords Dance in this one because no TMs, so I think we just have to say bye-bye to Razor Leaf. It's not even double the power of Vine Whip, and so two growths technically has us stronger than Razor Leaf. And then you can count into critical hits, but critical hits don't actually double, so if we get all the setup with our growths, we will be stronger than Razor Leaf. And there's no, like, move reminder in this gen, so yeah. And then, yeah, Agatha Jr. number 3 takes us down. Great. It's okay, we got this. Okay. And now that is a nice 2-hit KO. Perfect. So now we can get into Ghost Marowak and see how this goes. I still think we want to put it to sleep. It does outspeed us, and it is a 2-hit with Vine Whip. It would be a 1-hit with Razor Leaf, obviously, there, but we're looking more at the late game, guys. When I'm thinking about the badge boosts and I'm thinking about, like, the synergy between Vine Whip and growth, I'm really thinking about the late game. Because there comes a point pretty quick where Razor Leaf just doesn't really stack up anymore. Might have to redo it, I'm not sure. So here against Team Rocket, Jesse and James, I'm going to set up all the growths on Meowth. And now Vine Whip should just one-shot that one. Here, I think non-critical hit Vine Whips are all we need here on the Arbok. Now, Weezing can do a lot of damage with Sludge since it's neutrally effective, so we do want to put it to sleep. And 3 Vine Whips takes it down. Perfect, we get through. There we go. Hey, we're still 95.2. We're not doing too bad. It's because we haven't used any TMs and, you know, only 48 resets. Not that bad. More resets than battles. It's not bad. Clearly. Okay, so at this point, I think we take on Erika. I think this is the best play because Erika, at least Acid is neutrally effective against her Pokemon, and we resist Grass type, so I'm pretty sure this is the only way to play this section here. Oops, not options, save. There we go. So this first beauty, we should be able to take it down with Acid. Reflect doesn't really matter. It's only going to use Hypnosis and Reflect against us because of our poison typing. So now let's try Erika. Let's see if we can outspeed anything here. And really what's happened to me a lot in this fight before is like we get paralyzed by Weepinbell using Stun Spore and then we don't land enough hits and then we get knocked out. I'm hoping that won't happen. That seems to be Erika's favorite strategy. But Bind is also scary. Come on. No, Constrict. No, Constrict. And we really want to kind of put this one to sleep. Oh, we're getting wrecked. Okay. That's one reset on Erika, but I'm going to try this again. I think we can get this. Excuse me. If we can just... Okay, yeah, turn 1 Constrict. There we go. Now we can start boosting up. Constrict, Speed fell. That's not the end of the world, I don't think. We are giving ourselves badge boosts in defense by using growth, which is why I want to set up all the growths, and we get a critical hit that knocks us out. Okay, so try this again. Oh, we can't land the sleep powder. Come on. Okay, now we got this. Clearly. Bind missed, that was very good, and Constrict, that's not too bad. Acid, we do land the sleep powder here. It's going to be a 2-hitter on Weepinbell. And now Acid, but we put Gloom to sleep. And we knock it out. There we go. We get through Erika. See, not bad, not bad. Easy. 2 resets, but I don't even know the ranges, guys. And we're getting through, so this is fine. Now, I think our next best bet is at least to try Rival 5. Because the Sandslash is always going to let us get the setup, because it's just going to use Poison Sting against us. And, we've got a type advantage against Cloyster as long as we can just get our setup up. Magneton shouldn't be too hard, and hopefully Growth allows us to survive against Kadabra. That's kind of my thought process here. Oh, and I just didn't even heal. Rip. So we get wrecked right there because I didn't heal. Clearly, I'm a great player, guys. A great player. Oh, man. To think a guy with a Pokemon YouTube channel can't remember to heal before battle. My goodness. So here we go. Let's try this Rocket Grunt again. Hopefully a little bit better this time. And we get wrecked again. My goodness. This is kind of the issue, I think, compared to Weepinbell and Victory Bell, obviously, is our lower stats here are kind of having an effect on this run. Because we are not very survivable. Healing before battles is like the ultimate test of skill in a Pokemon game. He who never forgets to heal before battle is the greatest Pokemon trainer ever. I mean, thank God I'm not a speedrunner, because if I were a speedrunner, it would be like, and I forgot to heal before battle and I got knocked out. Rip, reset, start over again. Maybe I do need to take up speedrunning just to train myself out of this bad habit of not healing. Maybe if the punishment is that I have to restart the whole thing, I'll actually focus on it, you know? Alright, so let's try Rival 5 one time. I just want to see how this looks. Obviously, we're going to put Sand Slash to sleep so that we can do our setup, but it is only going to use Poison Sting, which is fine. But he gets critical hits. My goodness. And Cloyster goes down. Okay, that's fine. Sonic Boom. And Confusion takes us down. So, yeah, I'm not sure we're going to get through this fight at this point. So, what else can we do? Well, one strategy is to go down to Koga, because Koga has Smart AI, and he does know Psychic type moves. So I'm sure you're thinking like, oh, Koga, he's just going to wreck you with his Psychic type moves. What are you doing? But he's got Smart AI, and Smart AI also thinks that it should use Poison type moves against us, which means there is at least a chance that he will use Toxic, even though Toxic cannot affect our Bellsprout. And that is kind of what I'm hoping for. Oops. There we go. That's why I couldn't pick it up. I was pressing the wrong button. So we get the rare candy there, and yeah, this is the section of the game where we might have to think about rare candying up if things don't go well. Because this badge boost and speed from Koga is going to be super, super important, I think, given our pretty low speed here with Bellsprout. I mean, look at that. Look at how pitiful that speed stat is compared to our attack and special stat. Yeah, not good, not good. So here, let's get into this Juggler, which we fortunately can outspeed. I don't think we're going to outspeed Kadabra, though, which is why I'm going to set up all the growths here so that hopefully we can take it down. Acid is just fine here on the Drowsies. One hit there on the Kadabra. And we managed to take down the Juggler. Perfect. We did level up. That's why we lost our badge boost there, but that's fine. It's fine. Fine. No problems. Alright, so now let's get into the second Juggler fight. This shouldn't be too bad as long as we can get things to go to sleep. See them using Poison Gas, but Jugglers aren't smart, they just randomize. So they're not actually intentionally using Poison Gas, they'll also use Headbutt here. Definitely use Psychic and Confusion here, so. But once we get sleep on things, we just need them to go to sleep for long enough, and it's going to be a win. So now let's get into the Koga fight. Let's see how this one goes. I'm hoping for some Toxic. That's what I'm really, really hoping for. And yeah, I mean, the other thing he can do, he can use X Attack. X Attack will also give us some shots here. But getting through 3 Venonats and then the Venomoth is going to be hard. Definitely. So I think we need to put this Venonat to sleep, but you can see it using Toxic. You know, Smart AI being smart Gen 1 AI. So, yeah. And here he's X-attacking. Nice. And Psychic destroys us in one hit. Oh, God. Okay, let's try this again. So it's not a one-hit KO from Psychic on its own. It's just, it was the critical hit that allowed him to one-hit KO us there. Oh, and I shouldn't have reset. Come on. Ah, sorry, I thought I was getting knocked out there. I was on low health, so I'll take it, but still had HP left. But yeah, this fight's basically going to come down to hoping that he X attacks or uses Toxic more than he uses Psychic. If we get that, then I feel pretty good. We can see that this is still a 3-hit KO on the Venomat though. But with all of the growth set up, a non-critical hit Psychic won't do that much damage to us. He X attacks here, that was great. We get the defense drop as well. Okay, so we take the Venonat down. And Leech Life. It's the one time I don't want to see Leech Life because it's 4 times super effective. And it's a critical hit. We probably survive a non-critical hit there. Oh man. See, we can get to Venomoth. Clearly. It just comes down to getting a little bit of luck beforehand. Okay, so this is a 3-hitter. We can survive Psychic at this point. We just got to remember, everything can still use Toxic. And Toxic can be the key that we need. Even the Venomoth can use Toxic. Nope, not that time. He X-attacked. I was like, yes, X-attack. No. Yeah, so I decided Pokemon Yellow, Richard, because I've always kind of considered Pokemon Yellow to be the quote-unquote definitive edition of the generation. It would be the same if I did Gen 2 content. I would definitely do Crystal. In Pokemon Yellow, on the whole, I would say Pokemon Yellow is the harder game. Pokemon Red and Blue has spots where it's harder. Definitely, I think, if you follow the standard meta of, like, you always choose to replace the starter that will result in the rival having the starter that's strong against you. If you do that sort of meta for the Gen 1 solo runs, then I think rivals 1, 2, and 3 in particular are much harder in Pokemon Red and Blue. But the gym leaders are just much harder in Pokemon Yellow on the whole. Red and Blue runs already trademarked. RIP. If that's the case, then Yellow runs are all also trademarked. Scott's thoughts. I do these runs with Scott's permission. We have a verbal contract. Clearly. He told me one day that it was cool. He won't press charges. Okay, we are back to Venomoth. Okay. But here's the thing. I think we need to use a rare candy here. And the reason I'm going to use this rare candy is because we level up in the middle of this fight. And we're clearly losing badge boosts. And that might affect our ability to get through. So I'm going to go ahead and rare candy here once. I think that's the only rare candy I need. And then it just comes down to the luck, really. Okay, so we take down the first Venonat. Because here at least these Venonats are 3-hit KOs, but it keeps turning into a much worse range on that next one. No charges pressed. Thank you, Scott. He's like, hey, I was doing these Gen 1 Pokemon Yellow solo runs before you. It's trademarked. No, that's one of the good things, is that it is possible to come at these with a different angle. Like, that was the thing that actually delayed me from starting my channel for so long. Because of course I was watching Scott and J-Rose before that, and Madrybread for a long time as well. And always interested in the format and doing the same sort of challenges. I used to just redo people's runs in my free time just to do them. But the reason that I didn't start my channel in like 2019 or 2020 or 2021, the reason it took me so long to start the channel was because of the fact that I didn't have an original angle to come at it from that was interesting to me. So it was really the minimum battles aspect of it when, like, J-Rose did his minimum battles runs, which I thought were amazing. But then he, you know, he did it a couple times. I think he did Poliwag and Ghastly as solo runs on minimum battles in his main series. But then he just kind of went back to normal J-Rose, you know, I'll take the extra battles, I'm trying to get the time down. So it just kind of left a pretty big gap of what Pokemon can beat these games on minimum battles. And that, to me, was really interesting. So started the channel on that basis, and always just kind of thought, even if nobody else cares, I think it's super interesting, so I'm just going to make this content, right? Yeah, the yellow sprites are way better than other versions. And sorry, I get so focused on just talking about things that I didn't even mention. I just beat Koga. Koga, no longer important. See, the key for defeating a ninja is to just be like a ninja and pretend that you cannot be seen. Or he cannot be seen. I'm not sure. What do ninjas think? I don't know. I'm not a ninja, guys. I should go to a ninja village in Japan and ask them, what is the way of the ninja in the world of Pokemon? And they'll probably look at me like, are you stupid? But there is a ninja village. That is true. I've heard about it. I think it's in Ibaraki Prefecture here in Japan, if I recall correctly. Someday I'm going to have to go and introduce myself to a ninja. And I hope I find a man named Koga. Oh, dude, the original sprites from Pokemon Red and Green were horrifying. But at some point, I do want to do a Japanese solo run, at least one Japanese version solo run, because that 30% chance to freeze with Blizzard is just too much. Like, I really want to just have fun with that. Like, an Articuno run in Pokemon Green version just sounds like it would be amazing. Oh, I'm sure the Safari Zone in Blue Kaizo is just a mess. I have not really progressed in Blue Kaizo, though, so it's on my list, but I've kind of gotten sidetracked a couple times this year so far. So, yeah. Alright, so now we have a badge boost in speed, which I think means it's time to go take on our rival. Rival number 5. Because if we can take down rival 5, I think... I'm not sure if we take on Sabrina first or Blaine first. Blaine's random in Pokemon Yellow. Blaine's maybe one spot where you could argue he's slightly worse in Yellow because he's random, but his Pokemon are better. Anyway, Rival 5 time. Let's see how this goes. We are going to put Sandslash to sleep. I'm going to use a couple growths here because I'm very close to level up. So I really just want to take this one down and then hopefully not get a critical hit Aurora Beam. Rip. Nice. Yeah, I can read some Japanese, but it's all in hiragana, so it's all just the phonetic like writing, not the kanji characters that actually have meanings as words. So sometimes I get lost when I'm reading hiragana because I'm just like, wait, what word is this? I get a little lost. I have all my Japanese textbooks literally sitting on the desk next to me here. And I'm too busy playing Pokemon to study, so rip. So much for that, guys. So much for that. But who knows, maybe playing a Japanese version of the game will motivate me to study Japanese more. My wife would be very happy for me to study Japanese more. My job would probably be very happy for me to study Japanese more. Let's see. I probably shouldn't set up so many growths there. I want to set up one so that when I get to Cloister... Oh, and don't outspeed, but maybe... Okay, we've got 3 HP remaining. Maybe we can get through this? We're gonna need the sleep powder luck here, though. Like crazy. Okay, we get through that one. Oh, we outspeed Kadabra, yes! And we leveled up. No! Oh god, we're gaining 2 levels in this fight. Oh, we need like a Fire Spin Miss there. Or we need to go for rare candies here, which I'm not a big fan of. Okay. And we missed with sleep powder there. I think we can get through this one, but it's going to require a little bit of luck here. I definitely think we got to take down that Sand Slash quickly. Aurora Beam, kind of bad. Should be able to one-shot that one, though. And miss after that. Okay. This might be a spot where I have to start going for some rare candies, guys. Even one would get me through a damage rounding threshold, so... But I mean, we level up, so we get the damage rounding threshold anyway. Yeah, guys. I think I'm gonna gain 3 levels here. With Sleepin' Bell. Level 40. And hopefully we don't level up anymore in this fight. Though it's kind of depressing when you're so close to level up and then you level up with rare candies. But let's just see. Maybe this does it. Because now we outspeed. There. Okay, it's going to be a 2-hitter there. Acid will one-shot there. We still level up on Flareon, and Ember takes us down. Okay. Yeah, we're still on Rival 5. This guy's a little bit of a beast. Just win rare candies, because we're leveling up in the middle of the fight twice, and that wasn't going well for us. But now we can outspeed things. Though I am still going to put Magneton to sleep. And now we level up on Flareon, but we put it to sleep. Okay, that's good. And there we go. Get through Rival 5 right there. Perfect. Perfect. See, no problem. Nothing that a couple of rare candies can't fix. Alright, so time for Jesse and James now. Where we have the powers of sleep. As long as we can keep them asleep. I did not intend to use acid on Wheezing there. Okay, there we go. We'll use acid there, though. And we do outspeed. But we don't want critical hits, is the key point. Yeah, I mean... It's one of these things in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow at least, where Rival 5 represents one of the spots in the game where the difficulty ramps up a lot on minimum battles. Because, and I mean, obviously even if you're taking optional battles, you'd be taking a lot of optional battles to take on Rival 5 in a lot of runs. And it's just because suddenly he has like a fully evolved team of Pokemon. I mean, in Red and Blue he has Alakazam. In Yellow, it's still Kadabra, but it's, you know, in some ways a better Pokemon team in general, I guess. So, yeah. So here, let's get into Giovanni at the top of Silph. Never mind the Giovanni intro. We already talked about that. It's supposed to be on the gym leader battle. Clearly, I messed up my code. It will be fixed. It will be fixed, but we can watch Giovanni and remember that he controlled Mewtwo. Until he didn't in the anime. But that was his whole plan. Get Mewtwo. And he even beat Gary with it. Come on. Gary's like, that Pokemon is evil. Now, we could learn Slam here, but I'm not going to. And the reason I'm not going to learn Slam is because Acid is the play late game, and we need Vine Whip for type coverage. Okay, we're on 3 HP, but we do get through. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Oh, he guard specs like a dummy. Leave it to Giovanni to always just pop that opportune guard spec. That is why I'm not worried about the Doug trio at the end, actually. It's because we just need a run where he guard specs, and then we put him to sleep. And he does that a lot. A lot, a lot. Yeah, I like to do the animations personally. I know a lot of people don't, flashing lights and whatnot. It's personal preference. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but... yeah, I like it because it helps me focus on what's going on the screen, actually. Okay. Yeah, if he had Mewtwo, he would be incredibly strong. We've seen. We always try to take down Mewtwo at the end, so we know that Mewtwo is a beast. Okay, I'm going to come down here to Cinnabar. We can get a couple more rare candies here. And we can pretty much finish most of our housekeeping in this run right here. And then we just have to hope that we can get through... oh, rip. Sorry, guys. Save states for routing. Say it again. Save states for routing, but... yeah. Basically, if we can manage to get through one of these trainers, ideally if we can get through Blaine, we'll get a badge boost in special. And that might be just what we need. In an optimizing run, we'll almost certainly get Solar Beam right here. Will probably be the play in the late game. But for this first run, no TMs. Let's just see if we can get through this. So let's answer this quiz, guys. We all know Tombstoners, Poliwag evolves 3 times, clearly. My Pokemon are always identical because they're always on 0 DVs. Yeah. Yeah. Easy stuff. Yeah, the issue is that Giovanni's Doug Trio only knows ground type moves, so it's just gonna randomize because it doesn't once it checks that all of its moves are resisted, it just randomizes between them. Yeah, the real issue against the Doug Trio is gonna be Fissure. But I mean, Earthquake and Dig might also be good enough to take us down with our lower defense, I'm not sure. But here, let's get into the Blaine fight. Let's see if we can take this guy down. The reason I want to take him on is because he attacks completely randomly. Unlike in Pokemon Red and Blue where he has Smart AI, in this one we don't actually have to worry about his Smart AI, so... but Flamethrower will just one-shot us, so we do need to put this Ninetales to sleep and set up our growths. Will we even reach the point of being able to outspeed Ninetales? I'm not sure. Okay, but we take Ninetales down, and we leveled up immediately. No! Okay, so this is another spot for a rare candy, guys, to manage our badge boosts. Yeah, dual fire type. Clearly. Okay. So we need to put this one to sleep. We've been confused, which was bad. Oh, and I wasn't paying attention to the fact that it woke up. Rip. Okay. Come on. Come on, Blaney boy. I know the answer to this riddle. It's just a matter of growth. That tail whip might have also helped us too, because that's an extra badge boost. Yep, now we outspeed Ninetales. Very nice. And we outspeed Rapidash. Very nice. That tail whip is the play, guys. And now Arcanine, go to sleep. Yes. Defense drop. Yes. There we go. We get through Blaine. Level 44. That's not too bad. Not too bad. We were under leveled compared to him and we still beat him. That's perfectly fine. And now we can go ahead and take on Sabrina. Minimum battles. We have no choice. We have to take on Sabrina. But the benefit here is that she is just going to attack randomly. And we're at a slightly higher level. Yeah, double status would be great. Sleep and poison. Why not triple status? Why not just all the statuses? I can do it with Game Hook, but yeah. So let's get into the Sabrina fight here. Sabrina was the creepiest gym leader in the anime. Is that an accurate statement? Like the whole episode where she like shrank everybody down and put them in her dollhouse, and she's just ragdolling Pikachu around. She didn't even use Alakazam. Come on. So here, we're going to set up all the growths here first to get all the badge boosts that we can in speed. Okay, we take that one down. And we also have badge boosts in attack, which is very important. And now I really want to put this Alakazam to sleep. Come on. And Psywave takes us down, okay. But we got all the way to the Alakazam on the first attempt, so it's really just a matter of how many flashes we're gonna get. Okay, now we outspeed and we knock that one out, good. Okay, we put Kadabra to sleep, which was also good. But how many times do we miss? Come on. Okay. Psychic special drop. Which means we outspeed. Yes, there we go. Sabrina goes down. So not bad, not bad. 92.5 at this point. We've got 75 resets, but I mean, we've been much worse. Do you guys remember 700 resets with Vulpix on Rival 2. That's all I gotta say. Anytime that somebody watches one of these runs and is like, 75 resets? What? 0 DVs, minimum battles, no TMs. Yeah, you're gonna have 75 resets with some pretty good Pokemon. We've definitely crossed that threshold many a time. But now we can get to Giovanni, and I don't think this is going to be too hard as long as we don't get a lot of fissures hitting us. I think we'll be fine. Here I am going to boost up my special before taking down these Machokes and Machop. Vine Whip is now just going to sweep the team. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go. And, yeah, I'm going to heal up before Giovanni. I'm not going to forget this time. Yeah, so Abra evolved in the battle into Kadabra, but it did not evolve into Alakazam. At least not in the first fight. Not sure in a subsequent fight if maybe she had Alakazam. But she had Kadabra out when Ash's Haunter started making her laugh and effectively won the fight. So, Did you ever notice in the anime, like in the original anime, Ash basically never won a gym badge by actually beating an opponent? Except Jesse and James in Viridian Forest, or in Viridian Gym. That was the only one. Oh, and technically Blaine. He did beat Blaine. Charizard did take down that Magmar. But that was Charizard. That wasn't Ash. Ash wasn't doing anything. He was just a spectator. Yeah, this Bellsprout gets better as we go through the run. Alright, so let's try Giovanni here. This is how he's actually supposed to be. He's got the ride on, which should be super easy. The Nidos are actually going to be cakewalks in this one, so it's just Dugtrio and Persian. If we beat them, we win. I guarantee it. I can guarantee a victory after Dugtrio. And look at Dugtrio try to use Fissure on us. The jerk. Oh, an Earthquake almost wrecked us. Screech, okay, that was good. Okay. Okay, we've taken down Persian. Now I think we're golden, guys. I'm going to simply finish all my growths here. I'm going to let it tail whip me into oblivion. Because that's just more badge boosts. Oh my god, I ran out of Vine Whip. What the heck was I doing? No! Okay, that was bad, guys. I'm sorry. So now we need Acid to get some defense drops here. Okay, we put Rhydon back to sleep. There's another defense drop. Back to sleep. And there we go. Look at that. Even without having Vine Whip, it was never in question. Acid, the greatest move in the entire game of Pokemon. An attacking move that drops your opponent's defense as it hits them. It's amazing. And it's same type. Come on. Clearly, in the 10 badges that Gary had, 2 of those were ones that would have made Charizard obedient. Clearly. Let's get into the Rival 6 fight here. Where the strategy is definitely just to boost up here on the Sand Slash. Yeah, we're fairly far from level up, so I'm gonna finish my setup here. Come on, go to sleep. Yeah, there we go. This was basically me last summer. Sleep, damn you, sleep! Okay, we take that one down. Acid should... Whoa, not one-shot the Execute, but I guess it's neutrally effective, isn't it? Okay. But good to know. Magneton, I'm going to put it to sleep. And just drop some Acid. Acid on Kadabra, but we lost our badge boost. No. Oh, but Flareon used Smog. And we got the defense drop. And there we go. We get through Rival. Number 6. Pikachu goes down, guys. As I said in the intro, I believe it was Pikachu, right? In the anime who got just completely wrecked by a Bellsprout. Am I misremembering that when he was getting slammed by a Bellsprout? Pretty sure that was accurate. Yeah, seriously. I think you've earned this badge. You made Sabrina laugh. Them's was the good old days, guys. That's when we really wanted to be the very best, you know? Like no one ever was. Before they had all those other intro themes. Hot take, the original Pokemon intro theme was the best of the Pokemon intro themes. Everybody knows the original Pokemon intro theme. Like, literally everyone, as I dig back to, whatchamacall, Viridian, instead of using Strength on the boulder. Sorry, guys. Rip. Okay, so we're gonna get through this now. We're almost to the Elite Four. We've got a couple little housekeeping items. There's one rare candy to get here in the Victory Road, and we're gonna have to pop over to the power plant real quick to get the rare candy over there, as well as the PP up and the max elixir. But then we're good to go. We are good to go. Yeah. No, didn't you know Pokemon are real here in Japan? That she didn't lie. Keep the dream alive, man. It's like my mother when I was a kid, right? She always told me that the year that I told her that Santa Claus didn't exist would be the last year that I got Christmas presents. So, hey, I'm in my 30s. I'm still going to say Santa Claus exists, and you'll never convince me otherwise. And I will never admit in any way, shape, or form that he might not be real. Keep the dream alive. Come on. Sorry, save state for routing. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, dude, seriously. Like, you could sing that in a karaoke bar and have like a 50-year-old guy singing along, and then like a 10-year-old singing along, because they would know every single word. I wanna be the very best. You know? Like, come on. Yeah, you know, if you were around when these original games came out, you kind of have to be in your 30s now, right? Like, it makes me feel old, but, you know, before we had all these newfangled, you know, Dynamax evolutions and Mega evolutions, and before they made an entire Pokemon game that was literally just catching, though I've heard, you know, Scarlet and Violet have really made the franchise great, but I have not had even a single chance to play them. But, you know, just for me personally, it's probably a little bit of me really becoming like the old man in the catching tutorial, but I just like the old days, guys. I'm clearly old at heart. Amen. Yeah. Canaris, you got it, dude. Okay, so we are here at the Elite Four, Indigo Plateau. It's time to take this down. Let's see how many resets we have. If we beat the Elite Four within 25 resets, this will be an S tier Pokemon without TMs. Which is pretty incredible to think about when you're talking about an unevolved Pokemon. But we've got some challenges. Not Bruno. Bruno's going to be easy. Bruno's going to be super easy. But the rest of them, I think, could be kind of hard. Just going to venture a guess that Lance might be a challenge in this one, given his Aerodactyl. Yeah, I'm just saying, I've heard from a lot of people that I respect in the community, at least, that Scarlet and Violet were just amazing, even with all the glitchiness and nonsense when they came out, that they just were so refreshing to play. But just for me, I'm just super comfortable in Gen 1. It's my spot, you know? Our courage is at the zoo. Not familiar with that lyric. Am I forgetting a lyric? Yeah, so Agatha is going to be hard. Our strategy is going to be to hope for the defense drops with our acid. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get into the Lorelei fight first, where, yeah, Aurora Beam just nearly destroyed us. Rip. So, yeah, we kind of wanted to use rest. There we go. See, that was easy, Dugong. You just rest, and then you let us set up some growth, and then we come back and destroy you. How about that? Okay, so I need to set up more than that. The problem is I'm going to level up in this fight. Okay. I have a couple ideas here, but they all involve not getting knocked out turn 1. But we may end up having to go for some rare candies here. I'd prefer to put them off. And the whole reason for putting them off is that we do not want to be in the situation of being under-leveled against the last couple of trainers. Now, Jinx's Ice Punch is going to do decent damage, but fortunately, Acid also does decent damage, but Blizzard takes us down. Okay. Oops, I accidentally hit A too many times, so I'm going to take this fight again. Probably not win it. Let's just see. What is the speed here? 89. We get to 105 with all the badge boosts. Okay. Cloisters, no problem. We outspeed Slowbro, so that's no problem. And this is probably just an issue of outspeeding, guys. So I think we need to pop the rare candy here, just so that we can keep our badge boosts after Dugong. And the attack drop is actually kind of good here, because that's another badge boost. Okay, but we get wrecked there. I was hoping that it would be a one hit. It was not. Okay, there we get rest. Rest is perfect. Because we've at least gotten some of our setup before we got Aurora Beamed there. Okay. The critical hit's bad though. Okay, that's just a one hitter. Slowbro, go to sleep. Come on. That's a nice two-hitter. Oops, I want to save my Vine Whips for this Lapras here. It missed with Blizzard, so we get through. There we go. Cool. Oh, it's before you teach me and I'll teach you? Okay. Maybe I misheard that lyric all these years. Let's just see. Seriously, some of those Sanqui runs are awesome, for sure. Oh my god, I just winded the Bruno fight without healing. Rip. No! Oh, this is bad. We got beat by Bruno. Did I save? No, I didn't save! Rip! No! Okay, I'm gonna have to beat Lorelei again. Hold tight, guys. It's clearly as simple as just I have to beat Lorelei again. Though I'm probably not beating her on this one, honestly. Oh god. Oh god. Lorelei. She's a savage. She was a savage in the anime too. Prima? My goodness. Okay, take that one down. Amnesia's bad. We did not want amnesia there. Oh man, the failing to save or heal before Bruno kills me. I intended to. It was a misclick, guys. It was just a pure and honest to God misclick. It's okay. We'll know that there's even more optimization to be done after the fact, as we now just get wrecked. Oh, and Dugong, come on, just use rest, buddy. Come on. We know you want to rest. We know you're lazy. Sorry, we're gonna take at least one hit from Jinx, so no matter what we do, I don't think we can take the turn 1 Aurora Beam. And Dugong should have decent odds to use rest against us. This is just a bad run of RNG right here. That is just literally using Aurora Beam every single turn. And the whole point is that I've already beaten her without the rare candy, so... Yeah, there she finally goes rest. Finally. Swords Dance would be super helpful, and she goes rest and then she gets a critical hit Aurora Beam. Rip. Okay, now we've got her using rest at least, though. Oh, God. Here we have enough HP. We're gonna get through this one, I think. Assuming no shenanigans. Oh, I should have not done that, though. Rip. We probably lost there because of the fact that I didn't try to put the Slowbro to sleep. That's probably what did it. Okay, one more. There we go. Okay, get through Dugong just fine. Oh, the critical hit on Cloyster. And then the special drop here. But that gets us an extra badge boost. That could be good. We outspeed Jinx, but it's not going to matter because we level up right here. Blizzard Mist, though. Yes. Yes. Oh, my God. Oh my God. She's so close to going down. So we already got through this fight once. That's why I don't want a rare candy here, because we've already gotten through the fight. It's probably the better play to rare candy here, but... Basically, if we can get to Lapras with better health, we can actually survive there, is the point. So here, like, we can get through Dugong with full health as long as it just uses rest. And, yeah, we need not critical hits there on Cloyster. And then here on Slowbro, we just need to knock it out. And then here on Jinx, it's basically just about acid. And now... Okay, we do not survive. Okay, so rare candy time, guys. Let's just see. Is one rare candy fine? Just to avoid that level up in the middle of the fight? Maybe? Question mark? If it is, then I'll take it. That will be my strategy. We got an extra badge boost from the attack drop from Aurora Beam here, so... We're doing fine so far. We outspeed Jinx. Okay, that's fine. We take it down. We still level up on Lapras. Okay. So 1 rare candy is not enough to avoid the level up on Lapras. Let's go 2 rare candies. Just trying to minimize how many I use though, because we are going to need badge boosts a lot in this set of runs here against the Elite Four. And I want to be able to make sure that I can still badge boost on all of Agatha, Lance, and of course the champion. Okay, we'll take that one down. I don't know, we might still level up here. It's gonna be very close. I forget exactly how much XP Jinx gives. Otherwise, we'll need 1 more rare candy in order to avoid the level up before Lapras. But this is all good information. This is all good to know before I do an optimizing run later. Yeah, Gen 1 is where Blizzard is actually really accurate, and then they nerfed it from Gen 2 onward. Okay, rest is fine. Acid will finish the job. Okay. It's fine. This is all fine. Okay, we're about to get back to Lapras on full health. And we didn't level up, so we'll level up after Lapras. Perfect. There we go. There we go. So now let's not repeat past mistakes. And let's heal. And let's also use an elixir here before Bruno. Perfect. So here we go. Bruno fight time. And for this one, fortunately, Dig doesn't do that much. And we don't care if he X defends, because we're going to be using Vine Whip here pretty much the whole way. And just look at all these one-shots, except I don't think Machamp's going to be a one-shot, so I'm going to put it to sleep. Yeah, 2-hit KO there on Machamp, but, you know, when you actually heal before Bruno, he's not too bad. And here, I'm going to PP up my moves. I'm going to put 3 into Vine Whip and 1 into Acid. So now, it's all about the Agatha fight. I'm going to burn a rare candy here, hoping not to level up in the middle of the fight. That is the whole reason for the rare candy. I'm just hoping not to level up in the middle of the fight. Mega Drain does nothing, thank God. And we get paralyzed. RIP. That means no chance of outspeeding here now. But it also does mean that we can't be put to sleep. But I think this is going to take so many turns to get through everything. Yeah, that's the end of that one. Okay, 1 attempt against Agatha failed. We need better sleep luck so that we can get our badge boosts off. She swaps to Golbat. That's fine. Oh, but the critical hit leech life. Oh, God. Agatha, she's just going to be a troll. She's going to be a nightmare. Obviously. And, yeah. Sleep can hit through a substitute in Gen 1. So it is perfectly fine to sit here and be like, I'm going to try to put her to sleep even when she has a substitute up. Okay, we take Gengar down, but we're probably not winning this fight. Yeah. We just need a run where we don't get paralyzed by this Gengar, I think. Well, yeah, there are 4 trainers to fight in this section. And then there's Bruno. Okay, so we can't outspeed even with all the badge boosts. Good to know. So now we know that paralysis isn't really the end of the world. It's much more just about defense drops here. Yeah, we're not getting through this one though. I mean, we could still outspeed other things other than Gengar. Okay. So she swaps straight to Golbat right away. But yeah, it's possible that we could outspeed some other Pokemon, like this Golbat right here. We now outspeed it, which means we can keep it asleep. Okay, we take that one down. We put Gengar to sleep. We outspeed Haunter already. That's nice. We got a nice defense drop there. Nice defense drop there on Gengar. And we take it down. Perfect. Arbok. Here I'm going to go for... Oh, Psychic just wrecks us. No, she swaps to the Gengar and hits us with Psychic. Here, I haven't taken any optional battles. It may have counted one incorrectly, though. So if it counted one incorrectly, then I'm going to have to check that out. That's the whole point, is to find out if my setup is even counting correctly. But if you guys will recall, way back when I did this run with Weepin' Bell, with badge boosts we could outspeed here. And it made this run not terrible. Oh yeah, it does say I have an optional battle. So that is clearly a situation where I may have reset after having finished the battle and won, is my guess. Yeah, in fact, that's exactly what it was. Okay, so my system is set up that once I complete a required battle, it marks it as finished. And it does that for a very specific reason. In the case that I grind against a particular gym leader, I wanted to count optional battles for each additional time that I fight them. But it was because of Lorelei. It's because I beat Lorelei and then I got to Bruno, but then I fainted on Bruno and reset back to Lorelei. That was the issue. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out, but there might not be a better fix than just me paying attention and saving properly. Now, we might just have to go ham on rare candies here. Let's see, one more rare candy gets us through a damage rounding threshold. Gets our speed up to 69, very nice. Let's just see. Okay, so we put Gengar to sleep. Gengar has 137 speed though. We are at 136 speed after doing all of our setup. Oh, rip. So one more rare candy will get us enough badge boosts to get through this. is the point. Or at least to outspeed the first Gengar. So we might just have to go all in on the rare candies here and then prey on Lancey Boy. Okay. Okay, so we take that one down. Oh, not quite enough to take that one down. Okay. Nice defense drop there, though. Okay, we get paralyzed by Arbok. Oh, and it's using Screech. So we get wrecked there. Okay. Guys, last rare candy right here, because that is going to allow us to outspeed the Gengar with badge boost. Yeah, exactly. My system doesn't account for me messing up before Bruno. I mean, because who could count on messing up on Bruno? Like, clearly, that never happens. To anyone, except me. Woe is me. Okay, we want to keep this Golbat asleep. And defense drop is nice. She's going to super potion. That's fine. Here, I'm going to Vine Whip this one down, hopefully. Okay, we do take down the Gengar. Nice. We get put to sleep in Dream Eater. Oh, but fortunately, we've got all of the special boosts from growth. That is very good. Okay, we take down Haunter. Nice. Okay, we take down Arbok. We get confused by the last Gengar, but we do have decent health still. We survive with 2 HP against the Psychic. Oh, and we knock ourselves out. Do I have full PP? What the heck am I doing? I don't think I went into this fight with full PP. No wonder I'm running out of attacks. Yeah, I mean, you can get beaten by Bruno, clearly. I've just demonstrated it. World record in getting beaten by Bruno. Right here, you saw it first. Nobody can even touch me in that category. But it's okay, I've given him his too by beating him with level 5 Pokemon. For the memes. Okay, so here we just need to get a little bit better luck. Oops, it's already asleep. What am I doing? Okay. Vine Whip will take that one down. Perfect. So now Haunter time. Nice defense drops going on here. So we are going to take down Haunter with Acid. Arbok gets us in Wrap. And that Wrap did a lot of damage, actually. Okay, Dream Eater while we're awake is perfect from this Gengar. Okay, it woke up. And Psychic. Of course she wakes up and uses Psychic. Why wouldn't she? I do think we need to get to the final Gengar with more health. Oops, what am I doing? We're in a speed tie here with this Gengar. Okay, so we take the Gengar down. We're still pretty close to full health. Okay. Golbat, when she swapped out was low enough on health that it will be a guaranteed one-hit KO the next time that it does come out. Except she used super potions as she does. Okay. Just spamming acid on these weaker Pokemon. We like these defense drops for sure. Okay, we'll take that Arbok down. And critical hit Psychic. Oh god. Like, we might have survived a Psychic that wasn't a crit there, but we don't have any choice at this point. We have no rare candies remaining. So, there's no like, oh, just rare candy up. Can't take optional battles. So, yeah. We're kind of stuck here. Hoping and praying to get through this fight eventually. And it will go eventually, because she can just use Dream Eater while we're awake. You can always count on Agatha to do bad things. Okay, put Haunter to sleep. Just grind this one out. She swaps to Arbok, which is again fine with me. Now she only has 2 Gengars left. Okay, so we take that one down. This Gengar is already asleep. Come on. Oh, I was hoping that she wouldn't Super Potion and I'd just be able to end it right there. Okay, she Super Potions, but she's asleep. Yes, 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 there we go. Okay. Oh, finally. Finally Sleeping Bell gets through that one. Oh my god. That was painful. Painful. But it's time to Max Elixir. It's time to take on Lance. I don't think we can outspeed Aerodactyl no matter what we do. So we're going to be hoping for some wing attack action. We're hoping to get there with decent health and then wing attack. The critical hit Hyper Beam will wreck us every time. Sometimes you need calm music in a nasty battle, right? Oh, dude. Okay, we got the Leer that time and the Hydro or the Hyper Beam miss. That's good. Now let's start badge boosting up. Okay, another Leer kind of helps. Because we're up to 182 speed. Yes, I think we're going to be able to outspeed the Aerodactyl here. Okay. So now we just need to not get Thunder Waved. Oh, well, it's never going to use Thunder Wave though, is it? So now we need Sleep Luck is what we need. Okay. And we missed. Oh god. We outsped and we missed. So 2 Leers is enough to allow us to outspeed, but yeah, Leer strats. When the strategy comes down to Leer strats, it's pretty bad. Like, we want to use growth first to get badge boosts. We need one more Leer, technically. Here, I think it's just over. It's not technically over. There's a 5% chance that Fly could miss, but... And there's a 1 in 256 chance that Wing Attack could miss. But no, we want the Leer for sure. 2 Leers, in fact, is the ideal. Okay, we got 1 Leer. And we did not get the second Leer. If we just get 2 Leers from this Gyarados, we will get through. But Hyper Beam is just a guaranteed 1-hit KO there every time. See, Lance is hard here. Not for Weepin' Bell, not for Victory Bell, but for Bellsprout, this is actually a really hard fight on minimum battles. Okay, we got the second Leer that we need. That was perfect. Okay, now we need like crazy good sleep powder luck. And we did not get it. Whoa, what's up, Andrew Palmer? Thanks for joining, man. We're testing out the new overlay. Trying to take down Lance. He's not being very cooperative, though. We got 3 Leers this time. That could change our fortunes a little bit. But man, we need these sleeps. Okay. It's like a 3-hit KO there. That's fine. See, we just need them to stay asleep in that situation, though. We have enough speed after all the badge boosts from all the Leers. We just need the sleep. Hey, right at the end is perfectly fine. You didn't miss any of the good parts, right? Okay, we still need another Leer here. Or I don't know, I guess if we can get through Gyarados on full health, we might still stand a chance against Aerodactyl. Here, I'm just gonna try. Here on 71 health, I'm not sure if we can survive anything. Yeah, not there. Yeah, Hyper Beam is a 1-hit KO if it hits us with that. So, without badge boost at least, it is a 1-hit KO, pure and simple. If it is a range, we might survive with 1 HP once in a blue moon, but that's about it. Ah, come on. We need the sleep powder to actually hit. And when it uses fly, we're just hoping for the 5% chance for a fly miss. That's all we've got there. Okay. Like, I'm just wondering if we can survive a wing attack, but not if we can't get to the Aerodactyl with decent health. Like, we're gonna need... I'm just guessing that at the very least we're gonna need to be over half health on the Aerodactyl and get a wing attack to have a chance to get through without the Leers. Okay, we take down Gyarados. Yeah, see, I think this one's probably already over. It's just because of the inaccuracy of Sleep Powder. Yeah, critical hit there, but probably didn't matter. So, I mean, it has used Wing Attack, but the whole issue is just that even when it uses Wing Attack, it's the same type move, it's super effective. I mean, so it's effectively pretty strong against us. Oh man, come on. At this point, I think we have to go for the Leer strat. It's our only shot with this low health. Okay. And we got 1 Leer, but not 2 Leers. We need 2 Leers to be able to outspeed the Aerodactyl. But I think if we ever get a run where we get to Aerodactyl on full health, we'll at least have a shot. But not that time. Oh, this is getting bad, guys. We're worse than Bulbasaur at this point, which is kind of surprising considering that we've had growth since the beginning of the run. And remember, that was a disobedient Bulbasaur because it was a Gen 2 trade back. So this is not going well. But I think Swords Dance is going to solve pretty much all of our problems. Okay, we're here with decent health. We do survive the wing attack. And then we missed with Sleep Powder. Okay. That's kind of bad, guys. Said at the beginning of all this that Lance was going to be hard. I did not lie. Like, if this were Pokemon Red and Blue, it would actually be much easier because he doesn't have any flying type moves on his Aerodactyl in Red and Blue. And on top of that, all of his dragons would just spam agility and barrier against us, and it would just be a free win. So that's the other reason, Richard, you were asking before why I decided yellow. Because there are fewer free wins in yellow. Oh god. Got wrecked. Okay, there was 1 Leer. I like that. See if I can get 1 more Leer out of this Gyarados. Okay, there is the 2nd Leer that I needed. Perfect. Now we need Sleep to actually do its thing. Okay. Dragonair 1 goes down. Okay, Dragonair 2 goes down. Aerodactyl's asleep. We can Vine Whip it down. Okay, we're 2 Dragonite for the first time in this one. He's fast asleep. He uses a Hyper Potion, of course. And there we go, boys. We just needed the double Leers and we get through. Finally. Oh man. 144 resets. Yes, we should have 1 fewer optional battle. That was because of the Lorelei Bruno fiasco. We didn't actually keep any experience. We didn't actually have an extra optional battle. I'll knock that off on the final tier list. Yeah, so we get through Lance. So, yeah, Import Australia, you're gonna have to eat lunch real quick. Because now it's champion time. Let's see how the champion goes. So here, I didn't heal. RIP. Oh, that does it for this one, probably. Vine Whip there. And Psychic ends us. Okay, did I save? Yes, I saved. Okay, thank God. We need to heal, guys. Properly. But we're not going to outspeed Alakazam no matter what we do. So, the only strategy is to get all of our setup here with growth on this Sandslash and to have it stay asleep more than 1 turn, maybe? Come on. Can you do that for me, Sandslash? Can you do that for me? So there, that one goes down. Psybeam wasn't too bad. And I misclicked. I got wrecked. Okay. So let's try this again. We just need Sleep Powder to connect and for Sandslash to stay asleep for multiple turns. See, now we outspeed, so we can just keep putting it back to sleep. Perfect. Now we can just one-shot that one. Psybeam's just fine. And Acid is a two-hitter there. Put Exeggutor to sleep. And now Acid's going to be a two-hitter there. We want to put Magneton to sleep. I'm just going to spam Acid here. We're outsped by the Cloyster. Oh, and Flareon uses Reflect. Yes! Oh, but then he wakes up and uses Flamethrower. We needed better sleep luck than that. That is the answer there. And what is with Sandslash having so many crits? Every time, I swear to God, it crits like crazy with its non-high critical hit moves. It's like the game calculates its critical hit chance based on its slash percentage. I mean, he is named Sam Slash after all. Okay, we take down Alakazam. We put Exeggutor to sleep in spite of taking Kinesis once. Magneton's asleep. Okay, we got a defense drop there. Okay, Kinesis was the reason we couldn't get through Cloyster that time. Okay. Let's get this one. Come on. This is gonna go eventually. The champion, he's good at being bad. So, it's just a matter of ranges. And we get put to sleep by Hypnosis, sorry. By the Exeggutor. My brain's fried. Okay. Come on, go back to sleep, buddy. Okay. There we go. Take that one down. Psybeam's not the end of the world. Psychic probably just ended this run. Okay, so we will take down Magneton, but there's nothing to be done against Cloyster. It's just going to use Ice Beam, and Ice Beam's 100% accurate. So, yeah. We want to get to Cloyster with good health. And we want to get to Flareon with still good health. Basically. Oh, and I didn't mean to use Acid there. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Alakazam does go down. Exeggutor does go to sleep this time. Magneton goes to sleep this time. No, stay asleep, buddy. There you go. Get the nice little defense drop on you. And Vine Whip takes that one down. And we get Reflect. So I'm going Vine Whip here because of Reflect. No Hyper Potion? There we go. Yes! Yes! We got him! Rival, the champion, Pikachu, he goes down. It's only taken 2.5 hours, and it's only taken 150 resets exactly in order to get this done. So the actual score is 85 because, you know, this is counting one optional battle that didn't actually happen. Counted an optional battle because I forgot to save before Bruno. When I reset, I went back before Lorelei, and Like I said, my system, my automatic scoring system here is set up to count an optional battle when I fight a required trainer for a second time. Basically just saying that, you know, if I sit there and I grind against them for levels, then, which does happen in some of these runs, then clearly I want those to be counted as optional battles. But yeah, there we have it. 2.5 hours, but Sleepin' Bell has beaten the entire game. 228, 229 basically. And outside of that, the new overlay seems to have worked just fine. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this run so far, and I hope that if you have any feedback about my overlay, any ideas of how to improve it, or just any things that you would like improved about content in general, I'd love to hear from you guys about it. That's what the comments are for. It's what chat's for. But for now, we got one last task. One last thing that we have to do. We got to take down this Mewtwo with our level 59 Bellsprout. For a second I misread that and I thought it was 69, and I was going to say that's a nice level, but we never reach level 69 in minimum battles. Come on. So here we go. We are ready to get into this Mewtwo fight. Mewtwo's probably going to be terrible, if I have to guess. We're going to add a bunch of resets here. Yeah, see you, Philip. Thanks for hanging out with us, dude. Yeah, I mean, I like the overlay for some things, and especially for my style of runs when I'm trying to score Pokemon, I think it's actually really important that I have a score on the screen, and something that I just hadn't worked out how to do properly until now. And even now, I still have some things that I have to be aware of, quirks of the system, clearly. Can Bellsprout do that? Come on. This is Bellsprout we're talking about here. He's a legend. He's not going to be at the top of the tier list, though. Not even close. But here we go. It's Mewtwo time. And I think I have the strategy. We need to put Mewtwo to sleep, obviously. Did you see that? A single critical hit Swift KO'd us. And I'm pretty sure Psychic is going to be a one-hit KO too. Okay, Barrier. Barrier was exactly what we needed. Now we need a badge boost as much as humanly possible. Or the critical hit Psychic. Are you kidding me? And we're never going to outspeed here. Oh, we get wrecked. Just get wrecked, guys. We can survive the non-critical hit Swift, fortunately. But we're hoping for some barriers here when it is awake. But we need all the growths first. Mewtwo is the king of crits. Like, you know what? Electrode can crit more than Mewtwo, but that's basically it. Yeah. It is with a critical hit that Swift one-shots us, but still. Pretty bad. Okay. And it's used Barrier. So we're not going to be like Ash Ketchum trying to punch this Mewtwo here. But I am going to put it back to sleep. And we actually kind of like Barrier now because... Oh, we were so close! No! Oh my god. It had 14 HP left. Little did you know that Mewtwo is actually 90% to critical hit in Gen 1. It's not the standard formula for critical hit rate. that other Pokemon use. No, Mewtwo has a 90% critical hit chance. In any given battle, it will critical hit 90% of the time. I'm sure of it. Don't look that up. Just trust me. I'd never lie to you about something related to Pokemon. Come on. Okay, we need to put this... Look at the crit. Come on. I told you it was 90%. We gotta put it back to sleep. We gotta, once again, put it back to... See, what did I tell you? Yeah, probably Doug Trio might be tied or might have a higher one. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check the base speed. But, yeah, Electrode is the fastest. I do remember that. But Electrode has no moves, so its speed kind of doesn't account for anything. Here, let's go for the defense drop strat. Okay, we're whittling this one down now. Okay, used barrier. Ah, recover, come on. There we go, finally! We take down the Mewtwo. 163 resets. Oh, boys. Oh, God. That's rough. But we did beat the entire game. On 0 DVs, minimum battles, no TMs. Bellsprout does join the ranks of Pokemon that are capable of completing this challenge. And so for that, we do have to give it a little bit of credit. We got to give Bellsprout its flowers here because, you know, not every Pokemon can beat the game on these settings. Dragonite cannot beat the game on these settings. Mew, we're going to see at some point, cannot beat the game on these settings. Mew is great when it's an HM Mule or when it's a one-hit KO Kitty, but trying to beat Brock on minimum battles with a Mew, not happening, guys. It does not happen. So, yeah, Bellsprout can actually claim to be better than some legendary, pseudo-legendary Pokemon. And with that, let's go ahead and end this one right here. I want to thank you all for joining me, just hanging out, chatting, being supportive as you guys always are. And like I said, new overlay, tell me what you think. Comments, suggestions, even if you think of something later or when you're watching another video, drop it in the comments because I really don't mind criticism as long as it's constructive, guys. I don't care. I mean, we've come a long way, so consider when I started, I was just recording on a built-in microphone on a laptop that sounded like complete garbage. And man, those were the days where I was just manually putting everything on and off in OBS. So we've come a long way. Anyway, guys, it's great to see you again, and there will probably be a couple more runs coming because we got to optimize this Bellsprout after this. Not happening tonight. I got to go to bed. I got to work tomorrow, but maybe later in this week, there will be another Bellsprout run where we're going to see if Swords Dance might just be enough to take this one from pretty terrible in some spots to being just a breeze. We'll just have to see, guys. Anyway, see you in the next one. Later.